Good morning, Titans. I'm Pierce Steed.
And I'm Jamie Birmingham, and welcome to this edition of Titan Television.
On this episode, we talk to the leaders of the biggest group at West.
We'll find out which teacher makes the best chili.
And find out who's responsible for all the fun activities during advisory.
But first, Addison Woody talks about how Dig for the Cure benefited our own Titan family this year.
Dig for the Cure means a lot to the school this year for Lisa West, after the loss of Kelly Gant and Zoe Haller's recent diagnosis.
I thought the Dig for Cure was really special. It made me feel very supportive.
Just Dig for the Cure had a new meaning to us and a more personal meaning.
It gave us the time to honor Kelly and to remember and think about the impact she had on all of our lives.
Kelly will always be in the math department's hearts, and they will never forget how big of a role she played as a math teacher.
There's not a moment that I don't think of her when I'm teaching Algebra 1. There just really isn't.
Kelly was a sounding board, a strong member of the team, someone we could count on a daily basis to answer questions, to help us, to just be there, to be a rock, really, in the math department.
As Dig for the Cure brings the school closer together, it also shows us how many people are actually going through it too.
I think it just brings a tighter community to us so that we can realize, oh my gosh, this is going on in so many students' lives and so many teachers' lives. We can come together and be a community and be a sounding board and be a family for one another.
Reporting for Titan Television, I'm Addison Woody.
It's no secret Titan football had a successful season.
Israel Alexander talked to one player whose football season was a little different this year.
The Lee Summit West Titans have a variety of different players. One player in particular, Patricia Gonzalez, is a foreign exchange student from Mexico.
I was kind of a little bit worried about coming to America, but when I first arrived, I saw the people were too nice. They were getting me into the football team and the school and everything. So my first impression was I like being here.
Gonzalez is not new to the sport of American football.
I think I started playing flag football at 4 years old, but American football at probably 7 or 8 years old, yeah.
Gonzalez noticed big differences between American football and football in Mexico.
Mainly that football here is a big deal, you know? The culture of football here is amazing. In Mexico, we have also a very good culture about football, but here is a very big thing. And I love the hard trainings we have here.
Gonzalez has enjoyed being a part of the Titan football team.
I feel coaches here push you much harder than in Mexico, and it's something Mexican culture need to learn about here.
With photographer Israel Alexander, this is Matthew Woldridge reporting for Titan Television.
With multiple new events at the school hosted by teachers for students, it's time to figure out who's behind them. More of that next.
Staff members at our school have been setting up activities for the students. They call themselves the Dignity Team.
The Dignity Team is a district-wide initiative, so every building in the district has a Dignity Team. We were chosen by the principals to be a part of it, and basically our mission is to increase student belonging in our building.
In order to get people involved, the team has found a way to find out what activities the students are interested in.
It starts by us looking at a lot of survey data to see how students are feeling in our building. And we take that data and we kind of figure out where there's room for improvement, and we develop activities and strategies to meet those specific needs.
Last year, their main focus was freshmen, but this year, more grades could get involved in the activities.
So as a result, we had the advisory competitions, which started with just 9th grade last year, and this year have moved to include 9th grade and 10th grade. And there's an advisory competition activity once per semester for those grades.
Many students like the activities the Dignity Team has set up.
It's a great bonding experience, for us to come together and work as a team to get cool prizes, and yeah, it's a bunch of team bonding.
With photographer Tyler Coffey, this is Pierce Steed reporting for Titan Television.
Have you ever wondered what the biggest class is in Lee Summit West? Cora Westbrook has more.
While most students are eating lunch, one of the largest classes in Lee Summit West is in session right next door.
So there are about
110 students in concert choir. At my last count, maybe 109. This is about the second largest concert choir we've ever had. Our largest was
120. The smallest it's ever been has been around 80.
Choir is a very unique class because of its size, but not many people know how it actually functions on a daily basis.
Well, right now we have 3 choral directors plus Dr. Chen. And Jacob Lowry is the leader of our department, and Katie Fisher is the associate director of choirs, and then I get to teach these 2 hours. We all come with really different experiences. You know, I've been teaching for 24 years. This is my 16th at Lee Summit West. Mr. Lowry is 10 years younger than me, and Mrs. Fisher is 10 years younger than him. So we have a really wide range of experiences, but I think that kind of helps us in connecting with the students and kind of understanding where each of us are in the various parts of our career.
Some people might think that having a big class means less focus, but the choir directors tell us that it's actually the complete opposite.
In any choir class, you're asking people to create energy, make sound, and put it out in the room, and then whenever you give a cutoff, then they're supposed to immediately be silent. And when is it appropriate to make the sound and then move on to the next level?
You'd be surprised. You know, fortunately for us, concert choir is not a room full of brand new students. So there is an expectation that is set beforehand that, you know, this is our varsity group. So if you are going to be in this ensemble, there is already, you walk through the doors and there's that expectation that, you know, we're gonna have fun. There will be moments to talk, there will be moments to goof off, but when it comes time to work, it's our responsibility to focus and kind of hold ourselves accountable.
I'm Cora Westbrook reporting for Titan Television.
For more in-depth coverage of choir, visit LS West online.
Now let's hand it off to Rylan Peterson and Killian Wright for the Titan Sports Update.
Hello Titans, and welcome to November's Titan Sports Update. I'm Rylan Peterson, and to start us off, Titan football faced off against Rockhurst in a tough playoff matchup consisting of 2 of the best teams in the state. Unfortunately, they were not able to get the win, and that will wrap up this football season. Despite the loss, this season will be remembered as one of the most electrifying seasons in school recent memory. So congratulations on a great season. Girls volleyball hit the road for their second trip to state in 2 years. The team lost a close series against Francis Howell High School, but bounced back to take down Kickapoo and bring home a 3rd place trophy. Titan volleyball has been a pillar of success at our school and certainly kept it up this year. And another program that saw success this year was boys soccer. The team earned a playoff win before falling just short to Rockhurst in districts. 2 major players on this team were brothers Chinadu and Chimika Oswagu. Here's Byron Rehill with more on the story.
The Oswagu brothers are 2 of the key components for the soccer team here at West. It helps when they've been playing soccer for the past 10 years plus. One of their main supporters for their soccer career has to be their dad.
Well, it's the reason I'm playing, so literally it only exists because of him.
Giving me like things to do in matches, things to do in practice, outside of practice, helping me train, going to the fields with me and my brothers.
The Oswagu brothers also have another brother who played varsity soccer here at West. They have countless stories of practicing with each other as kids.
You know, in the basement we had this game that we played, the 3 of us, where someone was in goal and then the 2 others were just like 1v1, stuff like that.
The experience the brothers have had on the field with each other has vastly improved their connection here at West.
They just kind of have that connection, that they read each other really well, and they until they've played together for a while.
Even with the similarities the 2 brothers have in their games, it's crucial they have different aspects to their play styles.
You know, Chi's more of a holding mid, and we can play through him, and then Chi we can send him on runs. He can play wide.
And with those different aspects of their respective games, it allows them to feed off each other more efficiently.
Well, you don't want too much of the same type of person, like playing the same position, if that makes sense. So, you know, the differences help each other.
One of the differences this family sure doesn't have is their love and support for each other.
They're just an awesome family, and they're all pretty close, and they all support each other.
With photographer Daniel Wozniak, this is Byron Vigil reporting for Titan Sports Update.
In a crossover between football and soccer, football kicker Sebastian Coleman and soccer goalie Daniel Wozniak took to the field to see who has the better leg. Here's Evan Watson with more.
Today I'm here with our kicker and linebacker, Sebastian Coleman, and then our varsity goalie, Daniel Wozniak, and we're going to kick some balls.
The rules for the field goal challenge are simple. Each person gets 2 kicks from every spot on the field. Whoever makes the furthest field goal wins.
How do you think you're going to match up against Daniel here?
I know he's a good kicker in both sports. He's got a leg on him, so we'll see.
Sure does. Let's get to it.
I'm not dropping. Did he or did he not drop that ball before I kicked it? Let's get the replay on that. I don't think I like that at all.
Well, looks like they both could not hit a 50-yard field goal. How do you think Bass is going to do in the soccer challenges?
I see him strike the ball very well, so it's not much of a difference striking it through. So I think he's got a good chance.
Yeah, it'll be a good match. Let's go.
The rules for the soccer challenge are simple. Each person drop kicks 2 soccer balls from the 50-yard line. Whoever kicks it the furthest wins.
Hitting the crossbar, that's actually crazy. I didn't even mean to do that. It wasn't my best, but it still got there, so I'll take that one for sure.
So Daniel's second kick went a cool 42 yards. It's now at a total of 102. All right, so Bass's second kick went 1 yard less than the first one at 36 yards. Total of 73. Daniel kind of ran away with this one. Not victorious.
It's a big win for me, especially on Titan TV. It's the first one.
How's it feel to lose?
It's a tough loss today. Kind of, didn't bring up to my expectations, and something you got to deal with in life sometimes. But the guy's a good kicker. I mean, he's the better man today, and that's that.
Wise words. You got to be the bigger man sometimes. Bass admitted.
Wasn't his day. With photographers Tyler Wood and Byron Vigil, I'm Evan Watson reporting for Titan Sports Update.
Freshman Ava Rosenbaum represented girls tennis at state and earned herself a finish in the top 12 of the state tournament. Rosenbaum sat at the top of the tennis ladder by the end of the season. The ladder is the ranking system filled with competition to determine rankings on the team. Here's Cora Westbrook with more on the story.
With the tennis season officially over, we talked to a couple athletes about a certain tennis-related competition you might not know about.
So at the beginning of the year, we all play challenges. It's called the round robin tournament, and you get into a group of 6 because there's 6 on varsity, and you play everyone in your group, and then he arranges the ladder 1 through 98 this year, I think. So then if you beat everyone, then you're number 1 in your group, and then he can move you up groups and stuff, but we were in the top groups over the varsity group.
The tennis ladder is formed by all the tennis athletes. This ladder consists of rankings for all the players.
I would say it's really stressful because in the days leading up to it, you kind of are competing against your teammates, so it kind of makes it difficult because you don't want to be like a jerk on the court to them, but you do want to beat them to be better and get a higher ranking, so it does kind of put an emotional and mental strain in the days before.
These two are ranked very high and share why they have enjoyed playing this season.
I have a lot of fun in doubles. Yeah, it's super fun. We laugh on the court.
With photographers Ellie Johnson, I'm Cora Westbrook reporting for Titan Sports Update.
Boys Swim and Dive just wrapped up their trip to state last weekend with another successful meet to end their season. This is the last meet of their season, as well as head coach Jennifer Alshire's last season with the team, as she will be retiring from coaching. Congratulations to the team, and thank you, Coach Alshire, for all the hard work and success you brought to our program. Our other time-based sport had their state meet recently. On November 4th, cross-country sent runners Caleb Benton, Madison Cross, Caden Deane, and Jack Williams to represent the team for state at Como. Congrats on the fantastic season and good luck with track and field in the spring. To our senior athletes in fall sports, as many of you have played your last game or competed in your last meet, thank you and congratulations for the time and dedication you've given to our athletic programs. We wish you all the best as you continue your academic and athletic careers. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at LSW Sports Update to keep up with our teams as we transition to the winter sports. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Rylan and Killian. With the football season now over, we're looking back on all the fun we had.
Specifically dressing up with the 12-man, Ellie Johnson has this story.
Friday nights. While the boys are on the field running plays, the students in the stands cheer them to victory. Every week, student section leaders, 12th man, tweet out themes for the students to dress to.
Like, if you have a good theme, it makes people want to go to the games. Like, just that, like the game out to Liberty, I feel like the fact that we had a decent theme for that made people want to go out there.
Linneman is a standout at football games with crazy outfits, and that's her favorite part.
I try to be the funniest. Like, I don't know, for the disco theme, I got like a bunch of, like, my goal is to be the disco ball.
But her favorite costume is her USA game Statue of Liberty.
Everyone asks me where I get like the dress from. It's literally just a piece of cloth from Hobby Lobby, and I wrap it around me like a toga.
12th man and senior Dane Matea is known for his spirit on the sidelines.
I want to say dressing up's the best part. I think just the aroma and the atmosphere and the brotherhood and connecting the whole student body to it is just the best part of everything. Like, this is my second year. It's my last year to do it, so might as well make it count.
The 12th man's intensity drives the crowd, so they try to make the themes personal.
You definitely want to base the theme off the team you're playing. It has that connection and just kind of puts everything in place.
And it's what creates the community and camaraderie at the stadium.
I feel like I'm like part of like a huge group of people who like dressing out for this and football games and all that. It's kind of like cool just to like have a theme of clothing.
It's fun. I like being spirited. Like, Spirit Week's one of my favorite weeks of the year, just to dress up and just something different. Like, I feel like you don't see as many people dressing up, so it's just something different to do.
This is Ellie Johnson reporting for Titan Television.
Teachers at West aren't afraid to show off their creative history with their tattoos. Jamie Birmingham has more about that with Zoe Harrington.
Here at West, some teachers show their creative history with tattoos they value.
My most recent tattoo that I got on my arm, because it is my kid's birth flowers, and so it's just something that's near and dear to my heart.
That tattoo is actually floral. It has flowers from like birth flowers from family members, so I really like that one.
While teaching, Ms. Chapman asked for students to be responsible when getting their first tattoo.
So that students understand that I didn't get something when I was young that I might regret later on, that I really got something that was meaningful to me. And so there are things that I don't mind if I carry those on my body for the rest of my life. But I would definitely recommend to students to put in some time and thought into maybe what they're getting tattooed on their bodies before they go and get something silly that they might regret later on.
My favorite tattoo is probably, I would have to say my Cowboys tattoo, but I do really like the ones I have on my arms just because they actually like mean a lot to me. So my mom had breast cancer back in 2015, maybe earlier than that. She had breast cancer, and she beat it. So, yeah, that's pretty much the meaning behind this one. I have one on my my right arm for my dad as well. It says "Be known for something," and that one was because I had to be known for something when I played flag football.
This is Jamie Birmingham with photographer Zoe Harrington reporting for Titan TV. One of the many great traditions here at West is the Soup and Chili Cook-Off. With a total of 4 winners this year, it is safe to say there's a lot of good competition. Cora Westbrook was on the scene with the winners.
I entered a baked potato soup,
a cheeseburger soup,
zuppa toscana,
chili that has like kielbasa in it,
brisket chili.
I brought the cheesy chicken enchilada soup.
If you so happen to take a trip to the library on Halloween, you might have seen the thousands of crock pots filled with a certain winter dish. The annual Soup and Chili Cook-Off is a competition where staff members bring in dishes to be tasted and judged.
I tried one that had some peppers in it and had lots of colorful beans, and I tried one of the ones that had the brisket in it. Both very yummy.
I had mostly soups. I had a traditional beef and brisket chili, and then a slightly spicy chili, and then I tried the baked potato soup, the spicy cheeseburger, and a lasagna.
Oh man, there's this great chili in the middle of the table, white crock pot. It's got some sausage in it, some little peppers in there. It is delicious, the best by far.
Although this isn't a requirement, staff members have a sizzling time.
I don't know that there's a big chili smack talk world going on.
Well, my confidence level, I'm in one. I'm from first place. I know it.
That steak soup is pretty darn good, so I'm kind of wondering.
I'm sure, like I said, there's bound to be some other good ones, and so I just do my best, throw it up there, and see what happens.
With the cook-off always marked on people's calendars, this year there's a new winner in town. We're getting ready to go interview the winners of the chili and soup cook-off. This is a big deal, guys. So he's not in here. Look at that. Look at that. Miss Viner, congratulations on winning the chili and soup cook-off. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic. It is awesome. What a great experience.
Tell me a little bit more about your soup. How do you think people liked your soup?
I just heard that everybody said it tasted really great. It had amazing flavors, and they all wanted the recipe.
Miss Connie, congratulations on winning the soup and chili cook-off. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Well, it's really hard to put into words, but I think I took a year off last year, so maybe that's what I needed. I needed
comeback season.
Yeah, comeback season. Yeah, but I feel pretty elated.
That's a wrap on this edition of Titan Television.
To stay up to date on what's happening around the school, be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Ellis West Online, and on TikTok, elliswest.on TikTok.
Have a great week, Titans.